Hi, I'm Bunny Luna. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a visual artist, ecosexual witch, and energy healer. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what energy healing is and how you can incorporate it into your life. Yay! First, I want to acknowledge that energy healing as a practice has been documented for over 2,000 years in multiple cultures. So if you want to really go in depth with energy healing and how you can use it to help yourself and your ancestors, I would suggest looking at your ancestry and what kind of practices they did, and to get closer to your ancestors in that way. And the energy healing that you receive through doing the practices of your ancestors is most likely going to be even more powerful than an energy healing practice that is from another culture. So an incomplete list of energy healing modalities: Reiki, acupuncture, reflexology, chakra balancing, sound healing, storytelling, breath work. These are all different types of energy healing. The energy that animates our bodies, flows through us, and is all around us has been studied for centuries, and we're still learning more about it every day. For instance, our hearts emit electromagnetic fields that can be sensed by other people, animals, and plants. We don't know where this energy is initially generated, but we're capable of measuring its effects. This energy has a lot of different names depending on what culture or lineage you're coming from. So some of the names of this energy is ki, chi, aura, prana, life force. It's all basically talking about the same thing, which is the energy that animates our bodies. So we've got like rivers of energy that flow all throughout our entire body. And we also have energy centers. Most of us know of these as chakras. There are sometimes 5 to 7 to 12, depends on what lineage you're coming from. They come up through the center of our body like vortexes of energy. The common thread throughout all of energy healing is to balance and unblock the energies and the flow of energies between our body, mind, and spirit in order to heal our physical, emotional, and spiritual selves. In order to talk about energy healing, let's talk about what energy is. Most of us have the experience of stepping into a room with other people, obviously before COVID times, and feeling a certain kind of way once we get in that room. Being like, ooh, I don't feel very comfortable here, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is that I'm not comfortable with, but just like the feeling that I have from being in this room is kind of uncomfortable. So that's a really good starting off point. Like, you have your body, which is a physical thing, and your body is always communicating with you, and your body is also always communicating with the energy of the space that you're in, and that energy is communicating with your body. So the energy your body receives, your body converts that into maybe feelings or temperatures or emotions, or you might get like tingles, you might feel numb. All of these things are ways that our body is indicating to us what the energy of wherever we are is. And in order to do energy healing, I guess I also would need to talk about what I mean when I say healing. I'm going to use something that I learned from Abraham Hicks, or that I heard from them the first time I heard this. So maybe you're feeling an undesirable emotion like sadness, and you want to get to a desirable emotion like happiness. There's a whole lot of in between the sadness and happiness that usually you have to like get through in order to get to which desirable emotion you want. It's very hard to go straight from sad to happy, but it's easier to go from sad to neutral. And then from neutral, it's easier to get to happy. So when I'm talking about energy healing, I'm not necessarily saying do these practices and you'll immediately be totally fixed, or you'll immediately feel 1,000 times better. Energy is subtle. Energy is always working, always doing, always like a part of your experience, whether you acknowledge or recognize it. So when I talk about energy healing, I'm talking about working towards the desirable emotions, working towards health, working towards contentment and happiness, and being a part of a healthy community of people, not just yourself. When I talk about energy healing, I'm also talking about when we heal ourselves, we heal the collective because we're each a part of the collective. So when each individual heals, then that part of the collective is also healing. So the more of us that heal ourselves or each other, the more the collective is healed and the more we'll all raise up together. So you might be wondering, how do you do energy healing? Sounds really cool. I like this idea, but I want to know how to do it. So one of the simplest and most accessible forms of energy healing is meditating with the intention of healing. You don't need any vigorous training to be able to do this. You just have to show up for yourself in a loving and accepting way. Another form of energy healing is through moving your body. Movement. Since we have those energy blockages sometimes, the blockages are in our body, like everything is accessed through our physical body. So when you move your body, it helps move that energy so that it can continue to flow. One of my favorite ways to do that is just turn on some music and turn off my brain and just like move to whatever the energy is, whatever my body is wanting. And I usually just feel really happy after that. Even if I don't feel happy, I feel an energetic release. There are also sound frequencies known as solfeggio frequencies that they're like specific tones and sounds that promote healing within the body. Some of the frequencies you can search for on like your favorite music platform are 396 hertz for liberating guilt and fear, 417 hertz for undoing situations and facilitating change, 528 hertz for transformation and miracles and DNA repair, 639 hertz for connecting and relationships, 741 hertz for expression and solutions, and 852 hertz for returning to spiritual order. There are a lot of other solfeggio frequencies. I highly encourage you to just like search on whatever music platform you like and, you know, listen around for some things that you might resonate with. Usually whatever you feel in your body as like, ooh, I'm drawn to this, there's a reason for that. So I would follow your instinct and follow your intuition and what your body wants and what you feel is the right one for you. Visualization is another form of energy healing. One of my favorite ways to visualize is to close my eyes and think of a bright light. It could be any color you want. But I like to think of it starting from the center of my chest, and with every inhale, that bright light gets bigger, and with every exhale, it gets brighter. Or maybe it'll change colors, whatever works for you personally. And I just like continue to let that, like breathing in and expanding, breathing out and either like glowing more or changing color, breathing in, expanding, so it continues to get bigger and bigger. And then you can just sit in that like glow of healing light for however long you want. And whenever you're ready, I like to do a few more breaths and visualize that glowing ball of light coming back into my body and into my chest and just kind of staying there for me. If you want to learn a specific type of energy healing, like I recommended in the very beginning of this video, I would, if it's accessible to you, find out what kind of energy healing your ancestors practiced and dive deeper on those kinds of practices. I have personally been doing energy healing since about 2017, intentionally. I know that each person has energy healing practices that they probably do subconsciously that they don't even realize you're doing. For instance, if you're feeling sad and you put on happy music to like elevate your mood, you're doing energy healing. Or some of us, when we get stressed, will like hold our head or hold our belly or our heart. That's a somatic energy healing practice is like touching your body in a way that's comforting. So you probably have already been doing energy healing on yourself and you didn't realize it. Or you maybe did but didn't have a specific name for it. I would love to hear if you have already been doing energy healing and you would like to share what works for you and what your favorite type of energy healing is. I know I didn't go over every single one in this video because there are probably an infinite amount of ways to do energy healing because there are millions and billions of people on the planet and we're all unique individuals, so the way that we do something to help ourselves is going to be different from the way my next door neighbor helps themselves. I just want to acknowledge that everyone has their own journey and whatever works for you personally is what works for you, and that is very valuable information to know. If you learned something new in this video that you are really excited about, please feel free to share with your friends. If you have additional questions, let me know. I would like to do more videos like this, and it would be good to know if you're interested in that. So, thank you for being here with me today. It was fun talking about energy. I hope you have a wonderful day. Mwah!